Alright, English peas are planted. Planted them early this morning, right after daylight. Got them wet. And I'll wet them down a couple times a day until they sprout. And let's show you what else we're going to do today. Y'all excuse my pile of junk back behind the shop here. About time to have a massive cleaning back here again. Haul a bunch of this junk away. I'm going to put the seeds in the starter thing. If we can set the camera right down here. Now I've soaked them down with water about the last 30 minutes. And there's 6 cells in each one of these. All we're going to do is focus a little hole. Start it with a pencil. Go this way. Now these things have little drain holes in the bottom, so it'll drain out, dry out just a little bit. Just like that. And I'm showing you this because I had somebody ask me that had never done this, never started seeds in these. Fairly simple. Now I'm going to do, starting my tomatoes, I'm going to do 12 each. Of 2 different varieties for now. Now I got these from my friends over in Mississippi, over at Deep South. These are Creole tomatoes, and I talked to him just a little while ago. He said these are good canning tomatoes, which is what I want. Okay, now I'm going to put, the way I've always done this, I put 2 seeds in each little spot. Just like that. Some people will use tweezers, which is fine if you want to do that. But with tweezers, I find that I pinch them too hard and I bust the seed, and then it won't come up. I found that out the hard way. 2, 1, 2 in there. Now, this weather, as warm as it's been, I'll leave these right out here on the bench. During the daytime, if it gets cool at night, then I'll bring them inside the shop there somewhere. Because I don't have a greenhouse yet. Keyword yet. If y'all remember back the addition onto the back of the chicken house that I was going to put my rabbits, I've about decided not to have any more livestock than just chickens. So that would be a good frame for a greenhouse back there. I may do that shortly. Alright, just a minute, we'll get some Alright, this is some of the pot mix that was in the bottom of the box in the bag there. And this is dry still. Easy to work with dry, just cover them. Like that. Now, no need to water them anymore right now, because this pot mix in there is very, very wet and soggy. We let this top layer here, we let it soak up. Barely pack them down. Let that soak up, and then if it needs a little more water, we'll put a little bit more on there. Now, to know what I've got, put this right in the corner. Now you can buy these little things at anywhere that sells gardening stuff. But if you get you a styrofoam cup and a razor knife or a pair of scissors and cut you strips out of that styrofoam cup, cut your little point on there and write what you want, you've got the same thing for free. Okay, I know that's the Creole tomatoes. Now I'm just going to continue on. Got a different breed of tomatoes going here. Now I'll plant some peppers, about 6 each of different pepper plants that I want to grow this year. And then this one will be for my collard plants, cabbages, and my broccolis. Put them all up there. Same exact thing, just poke your little hole, 2 seeds per each, and that's all there is to it. And then hope they grow. Alright, so that's what's going on this morning. I'll may find something else to add here in a little while. I hear a turkey back here. I thought I heard one yesterday. As far as I know, there ain't supposed to be no turkeys back here. Let's walk around just a minute and see. Well, y'all might think this is really boring, but it just puzzled me that I've been up there pruning some trees around the house. Come back to the shop for just a minute and I heard it again. Oh, that's Tweety birds over there. Oh well, if I hear it again, I'll come hunt him again. Just seemed odd. And I was just about to say something else. I got something else to show y'all in a little while. Alright, hadn't heard the turkey anymore. I wound up having to go to town this morning anyway. That's rotten. And if y'all like, I'll show you how to put an alternator on a Crown Victoria Ford in a little while. But right now, I went ahead and stopped at the feed store and got my potatoes. We'll go ahead and cut them. And got a big old rack over there. We'll turn them down on this rack here. Leave it out here in the shelter for a few days. Let them dry out. Cure just a little bit. If not, if you ain't careful, they'll rot. I've had them do that before, so this seems to be the preferred way to do it, so that's the way I'm gonna do it. Now I'll keep on doing this. They won't plant these for a few days, so if anything else interesting happens today, I'll show you that too. Now these I'm going to cut a little bit thinner. This is a different variety. They call this a white potato. Cut them like that. And the same thing. I have an eye on that one. Same thing with these. I put them on that rack over there. Let them dry out. Now these were 59 cents a pound, which is not bad. 10 pounds of reds, and all they had was 5 pounds of these. So I was going to get the Yukon Gold, but they didn't have any. They didn't know when they would get any in. So just mosey on along since I don't have any knife orders. Now I've got to get this first part of the planting season. I got to get it done now while I got time. You can, these little small ones, that's not real small, but small enough. I'll take this one, just plant the whole thing. You don't have to cut it. If you don't cure them too, here where I live, ants will find them very, very quickly. If they're wet, because ants will go to that moisture. So that's why we're drying them out a little bit. Not an eye on that one anywhere. Well, a little one there. Oh well, we'll ditch that one. Alright, we'll continue on. Keeping on, keeping on. And that's what they look like. All laid out on the rack. The airflow all the way around them. This is off the old fan that we took apart and made a fire ring out of. Come in handy for something. I think the rooster wants to be fed. Let me go feed them. Yeah, one more thing I got while I was at the feed store. Got me a pound each of onion sets. I like the ones you get at the feed store a lot better than the ones you buy at the big box stores. They're bigger, they're fresh, especially this time of year. They're good and fresh. A lot of times you buy them at the box stores and you get what they had left over from last year, and they're rotten and they're about that big. Pardon me. Now I've got a bed all ready for these. Now one afternoon this week, when it's like I did last year, I'll get the grandkids out here. They like to plant too, so it's not too early to plant these and plant those. And this year I'm going to just clip the tops off of them and dehydrate them. Clip the tops off and they'll grow right back. So that's the plan for these. These are going to be for the dehydrator. But let's see, other than working on this old Ford in a little while, the part's not in yet. This supposed to be there about 12 or 1 o'clock. Pardon me, so I have to go back up there and get it. Aggravating me to death. That's my antique butcher knife. Y'all remember that one? Well, I guess I should dry that thing off, shouldn't I? And I don't think I'll show putting that alternator on there. It's just it's embarrassing being under the hood of a Ford anyway. But that's my baby daughter's thing that she drives, so I gotta fix it for her. You Ford guys out there, you know who you are. Alright, well, we'll call it a day on this one. That's about all I'm going to do today is fix that thing, and got some daylight left. I'll figure out something else. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. Get your knife orders in, and I will see y'all next time.